What's up, everybody? Feels bad here, and we're back with another episode with the Montreal Canadiens. And you'll notice that we're right here at the regular season. I did a lot of the stuff in the off season, so I'll update you on what I did. Firstly, I wanted to try to see if we could find a new coach, but we should have done it since the first day of free agency. That's definitely something to do next off season because I don't like his energy balanced. I'm trying to make sure that I'm trying to have Kokoniemi and Nick Suzuki's my 1-2 punch in the future. So I got to make sure I get them good chemistries to go along with that. And Isaac Stahl is not really doing it for me. So that's for next off season. But with the chemistries he has now, I was able to do this. So these are the lines. So we have Tyler Toffoli, Kokoniemi, and Brendan Gallagher. If Toffoli and Kokoniemi stay together, we're going to have to look for a power forward for that line. And then we have Tomas Tatar, Nick Suzuki, and Josh Anderson. Again, Nick Suzuki fits perfectly with this chemistry. I have to find a sniper and a power forward to potentially fit with that chemistry. But I also want to be realistic. I don't want to just make these outlandish things just to go after crazy players to just make this happen. I don't want to be unfair. I guess what I'm saying. And for year number 1, or I guess year 0, you don't want to have it where I traded Gallagher already, someone who's been with the Montreal Canadiens his whole career, and he's just traded, a fan favorite. It just doesn't seem realistic for me to just go out and be like, oh yeah, see ya, Brendan Gallagher. Or Josh Anderson, someone they just traded and signed for. I want to see how he does. If he is really good, maybe he's worth it, and he's maybe worth keeping him on the team to fit that specific line chemistry. But if he isn't, then he could be moved. So that's why this year 0, I just kind of want to see how everyone does. That's my first and foremost. With defense, we are giving Romanov a lot of playing time, but he fits perfectly with Shea Weber, and I want to make sure that he grows. I mean, Shea Weber at 88 right now, who knows when he's going to retire, but as of right now, I got to use him, get that +3 for Romanov to really get that experience. Also, Cale Fleury, I want to make sure we grow him, or try to as well. He's with Jeff Petrie, then Edmondson with Kulak. And then for our attendees, we have Carey Price, of course, on that 5 years left. So he'll be 38 when that contract's done. Hopefully, we can keep him at elite or starter potential until he's maybe 36. Right? Get him longer than that. Let's try to get him to the lowest he drops fringe starter when he's 38. Is it possible? Probably not, but I would like to think optimistically. Then we have Jake Allen, a very good backup, especially in real life. AHL, nothing too crazy. Just kind of put these two together really. Josh Brooke is another guy who could potentially grow or could not. No one really in the prospect pool down here that I'm really too excited about. So we'll have to go from there. But those are the lines. Is there anything else I missed out? No, I think we're ready to go here in Montreal. So we'll sim the first game just to see what it's like against the Minnesota Wild. First period. All right, so we got Josh Anderson opening up the goal scoring for the year, Jake Evans scoring, and Lehkonen scoring. Second period. No goals. Third. Very nice. We were able to hold out and get a win. So as far as the season sim goes, I'm going to probably sim to the trade deadline. If anything interesting happens, I'll stop. But for the most part, this is kind of going to be a test year. See how things go. I don't see myself buying at the deadline. Unless there's someone out there that I really should go after, but besides that, no. So anyway, if anything interesting, I'll jump back in, alright? Alright, boys, so nothing too exciting. Except the fact that we are 36, 21, and 6, which is better than I expected this year, but we'll have to go in and break it down. As you can see, Nick Suzuki has 58 points in 63 games. As I'm sitting here now, I realize that I should have looked at extensions. And now I'm really hoping he's not wanting $10 million a year when I could have signed him for 5. But, oh my God, please don't be so bad. Please don't be bad. Okay, we can work with this. Okay. That would be nice. That would be a nice contract. Alright, but let's try to bring it down to 6.3 by 5. I know we could probably go lower, but I don't want to piss him off, right? Okay. Okay, so we extended Nick Suzuki, potentially. Now that moment of terror is over, let us go and look in our season stats. So, Buffalo is actually leading our division at 88 points, going 41 and 16. Why is Buffalo so good? You know what it is? Buffalo in real life has a lot of talent too. They just don't know how to freaking use it. Florida, I can understand being here. Florida has a very good squad. We're in 3rd in the Atlantic, but then there's Tampa with 77 points. And Toronto has the same amount of points as Ottawa. And Boston has 65 points. Jeez. So, as long as we stay ahead of Tampa, and we're right close with Florida as well. So it's Montreal versus the 2 Florida teams for those spots. And then Buffalo just... What? They're so freaking high up there. In the entire league, Colorado is the best team. Buffalo's the 2nd. And Chicago's the 3rd. Oh, my word. I can see Colorado. Listen, I'm a big Buffalo supporter, but I'm actually wearing a Jack Eichel shirt right now, but geez, I mean, I don't know. Year 1? I don't know. Anyway, so Nick Suzuki has 58 points, Gallagher with 52, Shea Weber 48 points, Tatar 46. Gallagher actually has the most goals, I believe, correct? He does. But let's go back to points. Tatar with basically 20 goals. He'll probably hit 20 goals. Josh Anderson will probably hit 20 goals. Toffoli already hit it. Kokoniemi on that first line does not really have a lot of points there. I don't know. He is only 20 years old. Like, we need to pump the brakes a little bit. Ryan Pooling with 18 goals. It's kind of surprising here. Romanov has 15 points, which isn't good for him. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more being with Shea Weber, but that plus 18 does make a difference. And then goalies. How is Carey Price doing? Carey Price is doing Carey Price things. 9-10, 277. And Jake Allen's doing phenomenal backup things. Jeez. Freaking 928 and a 208. Oh, man. So the goaltending is definitely helping Montreal Canadiens. Because we don't have anyone who's really scoring goals. I mean, Gallagher is, I guess, but, we don't have, here. I'll show you for example. Let's see what the rest of the league is scoring here. I would imagine it'd be Matthews would probably be up there, real life. Eichel's up there. Yeah, Eichel has 91 points in 63 games. What? Jeez Louise. He wants to be better than this man. He's not. But, jeez, Eichel. Tyler Seguin puts up so many goals. And I just don't know why. I just don't know why. But yeah, no one has even gotten close to 30 except for Gallagher, who's all the way down here. So we don't have a true scoring team yet. Even our Thomas Tatar and Tyler Toffoli, I'm kind of disappointed with their goals. But again, we really have really good chemistries. So going into the trade deadline here, we're going to be a conservative buyer. Not to say that I'm actually going to buy anything, but just to be a conservative buyer anyway. Oh my god. Did they really just put Johnny Gaudreau just sitting here? I mean, I'll take a look, right? Like, I'll take a look. He seems to fit with on the penalty kill, and he would fit with Nick Suzuki clearly. Maybe even better than Thomas Tatar does as a sniper. Does he have an extension? Like, did they extend Johnny Gaudreau? No extension, so that's kind of disappointing. But I mean, he's our boy. Calgary's struggling here. I mean, what? Okay, but like, let's back out for a second. What would they even want? Right? What do I have that they would want? Seth Jones is here too, and that's sicko mode. Let's see. Suzuki, no. Romanov, no. Romanov, no. Kotkaniemi, okay, yeah. Yeah, so they're going to want one of our young guys, and understandably, but I can't do it. Seth Jones, I will also take a look at Seth Jones. They want Suzuki, but this is only 1 year. Is he extended? If he's extended, that does help because then I don't have to worry about signing him. But most likely he's not extended because Columbus doesn't like to pay their players. Yeah, no, he's not extended. Zach Werenski is extended because I knew they were going to keep him, but Seth Jones, no, we're not going to extend you because we don't want you in the future. I could give up my first, a second, and Primo, but I don't want to give up Primo. He's 79 at 21. Like, I want to see what these Montreal Canadiens can do. So just quickly go through. Brent Burns, no. 8 more years, no. I mean, 4 more years at $8 million, no. Vinny's cheap, but we're not getting rid of Carey Price. So Buffalo trades their first for Eric, some stuff for Eric Stolgoleguski and Derek Brassard. So they're loading up. Buffalo is like, this is the 1 year that we're going all in. Like, we have to. Good for them. They really didn't sign Joel Eriksson. They really didn't sign my mans. Yo. Look, like, that's like nothing. They really didn't sign him. I can literally throw them. Yeah, but pooling. Am I really hung up on pooling, though? Again, we have to think about money, too. Like, we just extended Nick Suzuki, potentially, which leaves us with, like, $3 million in extension dollars. We can't extend him for this year. But I think I don't know. I just think it's so, like, we have to take risks. But calculated risks. Now, this is just it. He's like 84. He's like 23. Who are these guys? A two-way winger. I don't want that. And then we have a lot of defensemen. I would give these 2 prospects up. So I'm going to give these 2 prospects up for Joel Eriksson, boys. Yeah. I just felt like that I had to. You can't just have him sitting there and then just not go for him like that. And they're only asking for prospects I probably wouldn't even use anyway. So, again, I didn't formulate that trade. The game came to me with that trade, and I took it. I wouldn't formulate a trade like that, but if the game's going to come around and give me a trade like that where it doesn't seem too overpowered, then I'm going to do it. Because they're still good prospects. It was a low top 4 defenseman. It was a medium top 6 forward. I just wouldn't use them. Yeah, I think I'm done here, though. I don't really see Timothy Liljegren. I mean, why is he... Yeah, I was going to say, why is he even available? Calgary acquired Travis Frederick. Imagine Ovechkin just killed Travis Frederick the other night. That would have been kind of epic. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen I saw too, but again, we're gonna be keeping Carey Price for the long haul. But I just want to see, I mean, they're here. Yeah, okay, all right. I am done with the trade deadline. Because I made a trade, I'm assuming that I'm gonna have to change my lines because, yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I understand why it auto best lines because it just wants to make sure all the CPU teams do it. But they could have coded it where the user team doesn't. But I know it's difficult. But yeah, you could have hired a few more people. So Johnny Gaudreau actually went to Ottawa with Cal Yarncrook. Dang. Why Ottawa? Why would you do my boy with Ottawa? Alright, whatever. I guess we can quickly look around the league. Nick Leddy and Scott Mayfield to Vancouver for a second and a fourth. Evander Kane is getting shipped to Calgary. So you replace Gaudreau with Evander Kane. With the broke boy. Okay. Some minor trades. Brad Richardson, Perreault. Nate Schmidt is going to Detroit for a second and a fifth. Eric Howella is going to Calgary for a second and a fifth. Eric Gustafson is going, and Troy Stretcher are going to Florida, so they're loading up for a first and Noel. Yep, we already know about Johnny Gaudreau. Two of my prospects are going to Minnesota for Joel Eriksson Ek. Ricard Raquel Sorensen going to Vegas. Jeez, that prospect better be good. Seth Jones is going to Chicago for a first and Theo Roquet. Buffalo gets Eric Stahl back. That he must have been taken in the expansion drafts, and they just traded for him again. All right, so Seattle got another first, doing normal things. Calgary gets Travis Frederick, like I said. Boston gets Gio. Oh no, Gio. And Columbus traded away Jonas Korpisalo to the St. Louis Blues. And then Jack Studnicka and Zaboral going to the Anaheim Ducks for Cam Fowler and Joe Thornton. All right. So, crazy stuff happened around the league. Let's see if I have to edit my lines. Probably will. And I do. So, I'm going to make a jump cut here. Alright, boys, I'm back, and I just edited my lines. So, let's get back to simming. So, I'll keep you around for the after the trade deadline, just to see how we're simming. Because I think we should try to go for the playoffs here. So, we'll go to April 1st. So, they fired their coach. Now, we'll figure out coach stuff in the offseason. Nick Suzuki signed his extension, 6.3 for 5 years. Very nice. Especially important to have for this team going forward. But, I want to see what this team can do this year. And, sure, I mean, Carey Price might be carrying a little bit. And Jake Allen, too. I got to give him credit where credit's due. But I just feel like this team is getting young, good experience that's going to need going forward. I mean, we're also in a tough division. We just beat the Buffalo Sabres. But we're in a tough division, probably the toughest division in the NHL, at least right now. It used to be the Metro. I think it's the Atlantic now. Just the way things look this year. We'll see. Anyway, we should be a shoe and make the playoffs. We did clinch. So let's try to get that home ice advantage against either Tampa or Florida, I'm assuming. Or Ottawa. Because, I guess Johnny Gaudreau really made a difference for that team, huh? It's looking like we're going to play the Tampa Bay Lightning. We just beat them in a shootout there. And we finished with 50 wins and 106 points. So the Montreal Canadiens had a very good year, as Nick Suzuki had 24 goals. So let's just go through everything. player-wise. So Gallagher had 32 goals, 65 points. 26 goals for Tatar. 25 and 24 for Toffoli. Those are solid goal numbers, I would say. Kotkaniemi had 58 points. So, he did all right, I guess. Lehkonen had more points than... Oh, sorry, no. Never mind. I thought he had more points than, some of our bigger guys. But no, he didn't. He did do pretty well, though. He had 11 power play points, which is nice. Oh, yeah, I should look at who led our power play. Romanov had 21 points in his rookie campaign. Very nice. I mean, I was giving him a lot of minutes. He was averaging 25 minutes per game. 25 and a half minutes per game. So he was on the top pairing, power play, and penalty kill. So he was getting tons of minutes. You saw him out there on the ice all the time. And then for the boys in between the pipes, Carey Price had a .911 save percentage with a .274 goals against. Very nice carry. And then Jake Allen had a .932 and a 2.0 as a backup. Jeez, Jake Allen. And what are we paying you? Oh, yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. But I'm going to end it here. We know we're going up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. But, we're going to end it here because I think this is a good stopping point. I don't want to go right into the playoffs. So, Les Montreal Canadiens will be back in the next episode. And I'll see you boys next time.